Richard Wayne Penniman, known by his stage name Little Richard, is an American musician, singer and songwriter, an influential figure in popular music and culture for more than 6 decades. Little Richard's most celebrated work dates from the mid-1950s, when his dynamic music and charismatic showmanship laid the foundation for rock and roll. His music also played a key role in the formation of other popular music genres, including soul and funk. Little Richard influenced numerous singers and musicians across musical genres from rock to hip-hop. His music helped shape rhythm and blues for generations to come, and his performances and headline-making thrust his career right into the mix of American popular music. Little Richard has been honored by many institutions. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as part of its first group of inductees in 1986. He was also inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. He is the recipient of a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Recording Academy and a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Rhythm and Blues Foundation. Little Richard's Tutti Frutti was included in the National Recording Registry of the Library of Congress in 2010, which stated that his unique vocalizing over the irresistible beat announced a new era in music. Quote, in 2015, the National Museum of African American History and Culture honored Little Richard for his pivotal role in the formation of popular music genres, and in helping to shatter the color line on the music charts, changing American culture significantly. Early life. Little Richard was born in Macon, Georgia on December 5, 1932, the third eldest of the 12 children of Leva Mae and Charles Bud Penniman. His father was a church deacon who sold bootlegged moonshine on the side and owned a nightclub, the Tippin' Inn. His mother was a member of Macon's New Hope Baptist Church. Initially, Little Richard's first name was supposed to have been Ricardo, but an error resulted in Richard instead. The Penniman children were raised in a neighborhood of Macon called Pleasant Hill. In childhood, he was nicknamed Lil Richard by his family because of his small and skinny frame. A mischievous child who played pranks on neighbors, Little Richard began singing in church at a young age, possibly as a result of complications at birth. Little Richard had a slight deformity that left one of his legs shorter than the other. This produced an unusual gait. He was mocked for its allegedly effeminate appearance. Little Richard's family was highly religious, joining various A.M.E. Baptist and Pentecostal churches, with some family members becoming ministers. Little Richard enjoyed the Pentecostal churches the most because of the charismatic worship and live music. He later recalled that people in his neighborhood during segregation sang gospel songs throughout the day to keep a positive outlook, because there was so much poverty, so much prejudice in those days. He had observed that people sang to feel the connection with God and to wash the trials and burdens away. Gifted with a loud singing voice, Little Richard recalled that he was always changing the key upwards, and that they once stopped him from singing in church for screaming and hollering so loud, earning him the nickname Warhawk. Little Richard's initial musical influences were gospel performers such as Brother Joe May, Sister Rosetta Tharpe, Mahalia Jackson and Marianne Williams. May, who as a singing evangelist was known as the Thunderbolt of the Middle West because of his phenomenal range and vocal power, inspired the boy to become a preacher. Little Richard attended Macon's Hudson High School, where he was a below-average student. His musical talent, however, was recognized when he learned to play the alto saxophone. His mother recalled how Richard was always musical, and that when he was young, he would always beat on the steps of the house, and on tin cans and pots and pans, or whatever, while singing. She also recalled that Richard was so quick learning to play the saxophone that he was allowed to play with the school's marching band. Immediately, while in high school, Little Richard obtained a part-time job at Macon City Auditorium for local secular and gospel concert promoter Clint Brantley. Little Richard sold Coca-Cola to crowds during concerts of star performers of the day, such as Cab Calloway, Lucky Millinder and his favorite singer, Sister Rosetta Tharpe.